Oh my god, has that worked? Has this worked? Please, I hope it has. Oh my god! Yes, we will completely ignore the fact that I have just been speaking to myself for a solid 5 minutes. Hello, welcome. What a great start. Fantastic. Welcome back. I will just repeat myself. Dragon Trail Seaside, GT1, Season 22, Week 3, the first sprint race of GT1. Here we are. Now, I will just quietly say that we did the normal Dragon Trail Seaside in GT3. It was horrific. Goy did point me off. I still hate you for that, Goy. But we are, however, joined by absolutely no one. Zach has decided that his appendix doesn't exist anymore, so he's not with me on comms tonight. We might be joined by a drunken Mikey later on. Who knows? Depends. But yes, it is just me tonight. So fortunately for you, you just get to hear my sweet brummy voice. If you could let me know how the quality sounds and everything is all right, that would be perfect for me. Thank you. Right. So I did give a brief run through of the standings, but I guess you can. We'll pick out some standouts. Hello, crew. Lovely. Thanks, Joker. We'll give some standouts. So obviously, you know, we have the man himself, Witchell. He's an alien. Genuinely don't think I've seen anyone as fast as him in GT before. I think it's finally given Thompson competition, which is good to see. Callum, I think, behind him as well. Was it two? I believe 2 races last season. Never mind. Ross, anyway. Ross, great, lovely, Scottish bloke, very moody, loves a gamble. Don't bet safe, don't bet responsibly. I don't condone that. And then obviously we've got Tom. Now, Tom was, I believe, 10 seasons on the road. Tom was champion. Got pipped by Witchell. He's still moaning to this day that it was on fastest lap. So I think there's been some jiggery pokery with the fastest lap points by making their less sprints. So he can't whinge this season. It's just all down to pace. One I do want to have a look at, who is on track at the moment, is Blue Flag. Now, Simon is a very quick driver, very consistent. He's like, I've described Aaron as him before, but he is the fat controller. As soon as this man is in front of you, it is incredibly difficult to get past him. He's consistent, he's clean, but defends hard. Hasn't found his form so far in GT1. It's a bit of a shame, but I think there's still more to come from him. And obviously, fat and bold. We love him. We love him. Filling in tonight for the unfortunate Rom, who is unavailable to race today. So I don't know how much practice he has been given, or been allowed to. Yes, allowed to, as if his mum has said, yes, you know what, you can race tonight. But yeah, be interesting to see how he does. Oh, and indeed, Tom by centre-back, centre-mid, striker, right-back. He's a jack of all trades, master of none, our Tom. Tom, nice to see you. Team Snake. Oh, we've got some Snake fans in there. Guys, I would like early predictions for race 1 and race 2. Is it going to be a Witchell wipeout again? Or are we going to have potentially a soft run or win the second race? Who knows? Let us know down here. Who is just crossing the line? Callum. I'll stay on board for a lap with Callum. Currently in P6. We believe a pole time will be a very low 37. Well, we said 136.9 as Witchell. Brilliant. Yeah, low 137s I was told would be pole, but Witchell's obviously gone and done a typical Witchell and has done a 136.9. Witchell reminds me of a prime oven playing football. Just absolutely rapid. No one can catch him. On a different level, really, to everyone else. As Callum gives a little love tap to the barrier there. Oh, for God's sake, yes, it is the reigning GT3 champion on comms, guys. Yes, it is heroic. But yeah, Callum showed some really great pace towards the back end of last season. Hasn't really shown fantastic pace this start of the season. I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. But very interested to see how he does today. Very smooth driver, very consistent. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he does. Well, he's on a lap here. It's just coming to the end of sector 2. He's 4/10 up on his personal best. Now that will move him up the pack, but to how far we don't know. Let's see if we can keep it together now through the last sector. Very technical, very tricky. Some fast left rights. Get the brakings wrong here, and you are sending it very, very far into the barrier. He's got that well under control there. A very good and smooth exit as well. He's carried a lot of speed through there. Coming down to the final long left-hander onto the back straight. So long, it's probably as long as the average man's penis in Asia. Very short, do apologise. 37.6, that moves Callum up into third. That is the pace we have seen from Callum previously, just behind the bold man himself, the Brummy Buddha, T. Smith. Now can Tom improve? What is my thoughts on the Tango Ice Fast Academy drivers thus far? Honestly, the fact that Harry and Jordan, personal friends in real life, cannot stop touching each other, right, into turn 1, right, I'm going to have some strong words with them. This is not the way. It does remind me of a young Danny Kvyat and Sebastian Buemi, so unfortunately their ability is awful and no one likes them. But they're here, they try, they're present, they turn up every week. They might not do much, Jordan, with your 14th, you know, I'll see you there, mate. So yes, so we will not be making any more comments on the Tango Ice Fast junior team. However, the senior team, we never know. So this will be Tom's final lap. He crosses the line, he doesn't improve because he's bold and slow. Yeah, exactly. Witchell has finished, so he will not improve. Callum is on another lap here. See if anyone else is going on. We've got Chubbs, that is a Simon in the barrier. We love that. I would say blue flags, but we might be waving yellow flags now. Right, so we've got Chubbs and Pagani. What do? Chubbs doesn't improve. No, Pagani does, and jumps Callum. Callum coming around the last corner now, onto the back straight. Can he improve? This will be big. Can he get himself onto the top 3, onto the second row of the grid? No, he can't. He cannot do it. Okay, I do believe there is an Aaron final to come. He is also 7/10 down. I won't commentate onto this. Talking about Millwall, no one likes us. We don't care. We are Millwall, Super Millwall. We are Millwall from Dragon Trail. Seaside, there we go. Callum's Corner, up and welcome to Callum's Corner. Callum's Corner didn't improve. Here we have the Fat Controller himself. He's not happy. I can't tell if he's happy. This could be angry Aaron. This could be happy Aaron. I don't really know. Let's go to Panda. This is a much calmer view. Lovely livery. And that is it. So our pole sitter will be, of course, the man himself, Witchell. 4/10 behind him. In second will be Tom, followed by Pagani on first on the second row, or a 37.5. Will be joined by Callum's Corner. The Flying Scotsman will be in 5th, followed by Captain Chubbs, beautiful man, in 6th. The 2 Tango Ice Blasts will be 7th and 8th next to each other on the grid, followed by Corvus Nexus, I believe that is Biggles, and the most honestly soothing voice. If you ever get to listen to Graham, please listen to him. He's amazing. Then it will be SBY, Lee, and then Simon, and just love saying it, my DM, fat and bold, lovely stuff. Right, so I will try my very hardest, boys, to keep up with this all. Let's see what they can do here as we're about to get underway for race 1. What can we do? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. We're just waiting now. Away they go, and here they are. Witchell looks like he's had a good launch there. He's a bit wiggly woggly. Oh my god, it's right. Okay, there we go. Right, we're settled. Right, Tom Smith into second. Pagani has lunged down the inside of him. What a move into turn 1. That is brilliant. T. Smith's all over the place. Callum's right behind him, followed by Ross. Aaron's made up a place. Biggles is down into 8th. Panda has followed Aaron through as well. SBY, Chubbs, Graham, Lee, Battlemold. Blue flag has lost a position. He loves a wooden spoon, this man. Does everyone make it through the death chicane? Okay, they do just about. Well done, lads. Clean racing. Wow, what a move from Pagani. Which'll was battling with Pagani in Watkins Glen. Pagani made one mistake and Whitchell gained about half a second to a second. So this shows how tight it is. There is no room for error, as me and Fever found out last night between the both of us. You make one mistake, it's all over. These two very close. T. Smith's not going to be very happy with that. He's bold and now he's lost a position. Same with Callum. He's corner. He's very angry. Tic-tac video will be coming soon. Ross up into fifth. I think he stayed in fifth actually. Flying Scotsman has now got a beautifully liveried Tango Ice Fast car just behind him. Biggles with a good start. He's managed to jump Panda and separate the Tango Ice Blast sandwich, or shall I say drink. Lovely, what a banter. Chubbs, well, he's there. He's got a lovely livery and he's followed right behind by his teammate. Leak all over the back of them, and I've said that, and yeah. Well, I think the less said about that, the better. Anyway, he's fat and bold. What a name. Heroic. I coughed because of your fumes, mate. Weird smell, I have to say. Yes, indeed, they are. That's unfortunate from... well, Pagani's definitely had a mare somewhere that I've just missed. I do apologise, but now he's got a Tom Smith all over him. Right. Yeah, I was going to say, he's not going to be stupid enough to go for a move there. Tom, Pagani and Callum, this is going to be a very, very good battle between these three. Very similar pace drivers. Oh, taking three different lines through this one. I don't know if Tom's looked for the inside there and compromised his run on exit. But the Scotsman, Ross, the reason he's probably fell behind, he's probably on Betfair right now, mid-race. But he can't be on there too much. I'd only put a fiver on, mate, because you've got Aaron right behind you. Need something that you can splash quickly. We've got Biggles running in 7th at the moment, keeping up with the pack. That's good to see from him. Panda's just dropping back a bit. He's from Hull though, so we'll have to let him off because he's got a Chubbs right behind him. I was about to say he set a purple sector, but it is lap 2, so there we go. Fantastic, great commentary from myself as always. 5-second penalty for Whitchell for being too quick. Yes, definitely. Yes, Derek is racing. He's filling in for Rob, who isn't here tonight, unfortunately. So SBY has just sent it on to Chubbs, his teammate. I believe he would be letting him through. So let's see what Graham can do now. Chubbs might be compromised coming out through here, but he's got the toe of his slipstream just in front. Some good racing so far from the GT1 boys. It's only Lee, but we'll let Lee off. He'll have a quiet race now on his own. Right, so Pagani has dropped back 2.2 seconds, but hasn't allowed Tom past yet. So this... Excuse me, there's too many Eluxes in my life for me to start coughing now. Pagani, I've said that, and he's hit the wall of death, hasn't he? He's just hit the ball of death, hasn't he? He's going to be fuming about that. Oh, we're man, who put the barrier there? I can see it now. Well, Biggles has got past him, but will Panda? He'll stay on board here. Get alongside with Biggles here. He's hooked the inside. You see Pagani in the rear view mirror there. Just backing out. Won't be losing much time. Best thing to do when you make a mistake is just keep your focus, keep going back at it. There's still 19 laps, it might be a sprint, but there's still very long races. Fever will tell you all about that and the GT2 boys last night. Simon, up to 11th, steady Eddie, as always. He has got Derek behind him, I don't believe has made a mistake. This could be due to lack of practice, but SBY has had a mare somewhere, so can we all have a guess of where SBY has had a mare? My guess is the wall of death. Anyway, back to the front. Whitchell, yeah, well, that's new. A 3-second gap. Wow. Anyway, Tom now into second without a Geordie boy in the way. Geordie boy's having a good week so far, with Zom and Matt are scoring big. Zom getting his first win of the season in GT3. Callum's just a second behind Tom. He's out of slipstream range, but you know this chicane here is going to be horrific for all of us. There we go, as we see all the cars going past there. Chubbs, Graham and Simon very close to each other. Pagani has managed to climb past Biggles there. Okay, so he is on his charge now. He's got long-term rival and friend Aaron, potential boyfriend, we don't know yet, just in front of him in 5th position, who is all over the Flying Scotsman, who is probably lost some time being Scottish, really. It's quite hard, it's quite difficult, I don't really understand what he says. Just nod and go, yes Ross, I agree. That's normally how you find a conversation going with Ross. Yeah, Witchell's definitely an alien, Marley, I completely agree. The guy's unreal. Absolutely unreal. But he's not as unreal as Odon and his practice regime. If any of you guys want some tips, please let him know in the chat. He'll feel free to give you some more. Find it a lot harder to follow closely in GT Sport. Yeah, Phoebe, I do apologise for aggressively shutting the door. I panicked, I saw you on the inside. I thought, well, you're not alongside, so that door is being shut. But yes, it was a tough race. So, Ross, I think Aaron's gone for a move there somewhere, and Ross has managed to build a bit of a gap on him, but he has now got, unfortunately, Pagani behind him. Now, we always say that defence can turn into attack. So let's see how these guys cope now. See how close they really go into this death chicane. Very fast. No, one small mistake, a poorly timed downshift or upshift, can send you right into that wall. Wasn't quick enough for that then. So we've got Witchell in the lead. Do we think he's going to make a mistake? Probably not. So I'd like to take predictions for the podium for second and third, guys. Please feel free. Who's coming second? Who's coming third? Cap at the moment is just under a second between Tom and Callum, and there's a 3.4 between Callum and Ross. There is actually a bigger gap of Witchell. He is an alien. He's made a mistake. I've caught it on stream. You've seen it here first. He's not an alien. He is human. He's more like Brad Pitt, you know. His political views, you know, there's something wrong with him, but he's still a great looking bloke and a good actor. Do you know what I mean? You know, can't all be perfect. Owen's tip of the day is keeping it on the tarmac, which struggles to do himself. So, I keep missing all the good battles. Pagani, somewhere, has jumped Aaron and Ross. Now, the fighting that these four have had has also allowed Biggles to jump in. We'll stay on board here. Just look how tight this is down here. Wow. Biggles using as much of the track as he possibly can. Getting a better run than some of the cars in front. Sensible though. Not forcing anything. A wider line into the corner, hopefully getting a better run. Which he does get a very good run on Aaron there. Who is losing slipstream there to Ross. Unfortunately, he's being dragged along by Pagani. And you are right, Chubbs isn't too far behind this gaggle of cars here. This could be a very, very interesting race for the top four here. Tell you what, if Chubbs is coming, that's bringing Graham along with him. Stay along with Biggles here, watching it all. Watching it all unfold in front of him. Which was a mistake, and his lap was only 4/10 slower than his fastest. Well, you know, we can't all be perfect, Jordan. My mistake is in the barrier and facing the wrong way. Yes, well, Owen's barrier to life really is his glasses, but not only his glasses, but his ability to learn tracks is a big barrier for Owen and his ability. So, at least there's that. So Ross here defending the inside to Aaron. If Aaron can get the traction here, get the power down, he could stay alongside Ross, who hasn't defended the inside there. Ross has conceded the position, which means Aaron has moved up into 5th. Started 7th, he's already up 2 positions. He's had a clean run through. Ross has just tickled the barrier, which has allowed Biggles right up his bum now. He's clenching more than a straight man in a gay bar right now. Wow, okay. No, we'll move on quickly from that. Wow, what a battle. What a battle. Oh, it's unlucky from Biggles there. I think Panda's going to get him, Panda. Panda has made an overtake. Wow. Simon again, like I said before, quietly moving up the pack here. We've got a Graham, Mr. Smooth Operator himself. Right, so the order as it stands. Oh, I always miss it. I'm always missing it. We've got Tom, who has lost it to Callum somewhere. Now, Tom, if you don't know, guys, is hindered in life anyway. He is bold. Some say this does make him more aerodynamic, but in this case it hasn't. It slowed him down, and he's now third. So this is very unfortunate. I do apologise for my non-professional commentary. I'm still getting used to this. And I'm trying to fill in the gaps. Anyway, Pagani 3 seconds behind Tom now. The barrier kiss was a lot less effective than we thought it was. Aaron, it's been dragged along, not in slipstream, just with pure disappointment. Really, the Pagani's got past him again. Love you, Aaron, but unfortunately, this is a familiar face for Aaron, the back of Pagani's car. Ross dropping back a bit, still in slipstream range. He's just gone 0.2 quicker. And then he's messed up the next corner, so that's always good. So it'll be interesting now to see where Chubbs can come under, because Chubbs has dropped back now between, I believe he was in front of Graham, so he's lost 3 positions as well. Lee's obviously had a mare somewhere as well. Trying to find some close battles for you guys. We have a penalty, that's interesting. Let's do that. Wow, a penalty. Now, I mean, they're the closest cars on track as well, so that's always fun. Right, let's go back to this battle. So now, tyre wear will play a part to an extent, but it's not enough for you to notice it, as the GT2 boys we realised last night. Mediums were a lot slower in the second race, but this is the first race, we're not using them yet. So this is just purely now down to consistency and to pace. Now, if we're looking at times, Aaron has been faster and more consistent than Ross. So now he's ahead. Can he pull a lot away out of that slipstream gap towards Pagani, who is he's lapped what is that, 5/10 quicker, nearly 6/10 quicker that lap than Aaron. So Aaron's losing time, unfortunately, but Pagani will be pushing for T Smith. So let's see if there's potential another mistake here, Pagani, as Aaron touches the wall, which allows Ross back in. Wow. Okie dokie. So we've got Graham going through here. Will, Panda, Chubbs and Biggles. Yes, they're all getting through. I will say, guys, I have to give a huge fair play to Derek. I don't think he's had much practice. I think this was a bit of a late call. And same for Owen yesterday. You know, stepping in is a really big thing, and all the admins and the guys here at FTRL, we really appreciate anyone that covers and steps in. So, yeah, fair play to him. And he's still faster than Lee. You know, there's always that. So, we've had no change to the grid so far, since we've last checked at the front. Well, we have had Tom close in a 10th onto Callum. Now, these two, I would say, are very similar in pace, very similarly matched all around the board, consistency-wise, except for that 140 that we'll have with Tom, so that's definitely where Callum took in. But still, we're just over halfway now, these boys. 6/10 between them two. Let's see what they can do here. Tom gets a very good exit, as does Callum. Callum maybe a slightly better one there as well. Tom just about in slipstream range, being pulled in. Let's see, do they get through cleanly enough? They both hit the wall. Tom worse off than Callum, I would say. Yep, the 10th sector show it. Yeah, Marley, I definitely think so too, and I think you put Derek on the softs as well. It does give him a much better chance, doesn't it? Evening, Mikey. Mikey, there is a party invite for you if you are back home, mate. Please feel free. So we have Aaron, 1.9 seconds behind Pagani, slowly dropping off. Although his last lap was his personal best and a tenth faster than Pagani, 2 tenths faster, sorry, than Pagani. Mikey, you're a bit drunk, that's fine. Join in, come on. So we've got Ross. Dane, we will check that in a minute. I'd just like to see this battle here with Ross and Aaron. Coming onto the back straight now. See it, Ross broke a lot later there than Aaron. Mikey's still out, we love that, son. Mikey, I want your next drink to be a Jaeger bomb and a Disaronno double, please, and Coke. And cheers to that with my Pepsi Max, mate. Right, so Ross didn't have a really great exit out of that final corner. That's caught up to Aaron by about half a tenth. Again, I'm finding a lot of different lines into this turn one. It is a difficult one to work out. Ross with the better, I would say, there. But Aaron still doing enough. Still doing enough there to keep him at bay. Stupid to go for a move here. Graham's, he's behind, but he's made up some places from his qualifying position. And he's smoothly through there with this lovely Jaeger dive bombs livery. Absolutely wonderful. A blue flag, much better week from him this week. He wasn't fighting at the back with me last week. That didn't happen. He's just this quick. He's 3.1 seconds ahead of Panda. 3.4 now, and 6.4 behind Graham. So there's enough room for him to be calm and consistent in that lovely Valvoline livery. Panda letting his team down again. He's from Holder, so we'll let him off. Chubbs, who is catching him, who is actually bringing around Biggles with him. I'll stay on board with Biggles here. I would say to Biggles, he has been a lot faster this start to the season in comparison to last season. Obviously winning in, I believe it was Sardenga last year after being chased down by Tom. Couldn't put him under enough pressure though, and Biggles did take the win. It was a fantastic win. I think everyone in FTRL was happy for Biggles on that win. He's like the cult hero, really, of GT1. So here we are. We're going into the final corner now. So let's see if you can get a Biggles run, a better run. Oh, well, that will do it. That's a very great run. Oh, it's unfortunate, Chubbs. It's unfortunate. Now, if anyone's ever spoken to Chubbs, you'll know he's a really nice guy. But he does unfortunately struggle to keep it onto the tarmac in a straight line. So here he is. We might see a Derek overtake here. We do. It has happened. He's flying. Keep him behind, Derek. Do the work, son. And Lee has now got friends to play with. So it's not going to be a completely boring night for Lee. Which you're setting his qualifying time in the race. That is perfectly fine and normal. Let's see what Dane was on about here. Do we know where it is, Dane? No? There is indeed a 10-second gap, yes. I'm just going to stay on board with him to try and take tips at this point. I will say I feel like everything just seems a lot more smoother. There's a bit of tail lappiness out of the M6, but just an educated guess, maybe so. This new sneak livery which Lennon styled for us last night is beautiful, I will say myself. Heavy braking zone there into turn 1, as you can see. The front brakes on that M6, we're not happy with that. Callum and Tom. Callum still can't seem to shake him here. He'll be having Taylor Swift shake it off in his head, but he can't do it. It's not a nit, it's a bold man, and he's in third, and he's not going anywhere. But behind him is a lovely Geordie bloke who has unfortunately had an argument with a wall. It's not a horse, so that's always better, as the Geordies do like to punch horses. If anyone's seen that football right meme, that is fantastic. Ross has got in front of Aaron. Was showing good pace, Ross, very consistent. Don't know if Aaron's had a... Yeah, lap 10 and lap 12. Probably there as well. Has allowed Graham past. He's had 2 bad laps out of the 13 so far that we're on. They did, actually. I do remember that. I don't think adding ballast to Witcher's car would make him any slower, to be honest. The man is so consistent. I'm on board with Aaron here, so he'll be wanting to take Graham back. Graham and Aaron both very good friends. Aaron with a more aggressive stance to driving and life in general. Yeah, it's people called Owen. Good save. Wow. Graham with the most beautiful voice in the world. I can't fault the man. Going past. Steady Eddie today. As so is, you can say the same for Ross. Pagani, he's had his nightmare, but he's recovered well. We've got T. Smith very close now to Callum. Let's see if any of them make a mistake through here. Tom can put him under a bit of pressure. No, because every time Tom puts him under pressure, he puts him under pressure as well. Puts him under pressure as well. Oh my god. Brummy in English doesn't go well. I think you need to add at least a Gemma Collins sized ballast, maybe, to Witcher's car to slow it down. Or Gorlock the Destroyer, if anyone knows her. Lovely woman. Right, so Aaron is just slightly dropping away. Probably still got some either heated or dirty tyres. He's got a safety gap of 6.1 to Simon, behind him in blue flag. Panda hasn't really managed to get that gap down, but he hasn't really gained either. That reminds me of, again, me and Phoebe last night. Just biggest it grew was 1.2, and the smallest it got was 0.2. Gorlock is a baddie. Fat Dane, if you would please like to Google Gorlock the Destroyer or Gemma Collins, that will give a great idea for you, mate. And then come back in and let me know how you feel about it. Right, so we've got SB White, Lee, and Derek. Derek in 13th. That's been passed by Lee, who is recovering. It's been a bit better since. But what I will say is the lads at the back are lapping in the 39s. I think if they're going to fight with the mid-pack here, they do need to be in the 38s. But what I will say, which is a bit different, you know, Dane knows Gorlock. Personally, Dane, or is it an X? Lee had a bit of a mare joker. He, oh my god, Panda going on the inside of Biggles. Bit of contact there, just forcing Biggles wide. I think he's going to let him go. He's not. But then he is from Hull. So, you know. Oh, Ash comes. Would you rather lose your left or right testicle? My left one, I feel like my right feels heavier. What about you guys, left or right? Of her, it, she, thing, them, zen, zay, I don't know. So, this is probably a bigger cock tease than watching Lana Rhodes fully clothed. They're getting close to each other, looking like they're going to overtake, and they never do. So, right, what's going on here, boys? I need to sort it out. Give me some excitement. Go on. Oh, with a lovely little scenic cam there. Joker with the left. Love that Joker. I'd go right. I feel like my right feels heavier, mate. Tommy's going down the outside now. He's going to try and get more traction on the exit. Callum's pushing him wide. He's broke later into the corner. Will he be able to get the traction? He's not. He's gone too wide there. Broke a bit too late, but he's right up behind him now. He's closing and closing and closing. Will he go for a move here? It would be brave, but it could be stupid as well. He's not going to do it. He's tucked right behind. Again, Tom, though, hits the wall. He's really got to stop doing that. Right, is it because it's hanging lower? Yes, Fever, it is. The right one. It's always annoyed me slightly. Oh, Dane, I'm sorry to hear that. Please, do elaborate why. We're a safe space here, Dane. Right, Aaron, finally recovered now. See if he can close this gap. There's a few cars that are not too far away from each other, but a lot of the field is really spread out here. Derek Hero. Guys, just a heads up as well, I will be putting out a driver of the day on Twitter. So after the race, once that's out, please go down and vote for your driver of the day. We will try and see if Witcher will get driver of the day with his 11-second gap out in front. Must get boring for him. It's Callum and Tom with another cock tease. The one, oh, I hate it when it gets pinched. A bollock that gets pinched is like, it's like watching your mum get slapped. It's just painful. You don't want to see it, you know, you don't want it to happen. And nothing you can do about it because it's been slapped by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and you're not going to start from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So anyway, there's not really much to commentate in terms of battles. The lads are quite fairly spread out. Simon's recovering well from the last couple of weeks, still being in 8th though. Isn't really gaining on Aaron, but he has got Biggles. He has mentioned before that he has got a lot quicker recently. I do think this season he has been a lot better as well. Panda is from Hull. The less said about that, the better. If you guys Google the Big Fun Hull, that's where Panda likes to spend his Friday nights. Just a little tip there for you guys. Maybe hashtag Big Fun in the chat. Sorry, I made myself laugh. Right, so Panda's 2 seconds away from Biggles, who is 1.8 away from Simon. Now Simon is 7.5 seconds away from Aaron, which has grown by 1.5 seconds. So if I was Simon now, I'd focus on being consistent, not pushing the car too much, staying at a consistent pace, keeping the cars behind you as far away as possible, but without stretching yourself. And there's Derek. Under pressure here from Chubbs. Let's see what he can do. They're 1 minute and 3 seconds behind. Mind you, with Witchell in the lobby, that isn't a scary number to look at. It would be if Owen was leading a race. Chubbs rapidly closing in here on Derek. We'll see what Derek does into this last section here. Oh my god. Chubbs is right over the back of him now. All Derek needs to do is hook the inside, which he hasn't done. This Chubbs has taken the outside there, which will turn to the inside, but he's not alongside anymore. Chubbs with a better line through there. Derek a bit narrow. That will give Chubbs a better run out the exit. He has done. He's right behind him already as they go past the penalty line. Where's he going to go? He's going to go look. He's going to look left. He's going to look right. He's going to look left again. He's going left. He's hugged the inside. Now is Derek going to have the braveness to do the inside line on a switchback, or is he going to brave it round the outside? They both have the same braking points. Derek's going to tuck inside. He's going to look for the switchback, but Chubbs has got the traction and the line and the braking speed. He has managed to get past him. Well done. Let's go on board with Derek here. Let's make sure they make it through the chicane of death. They haven't. They've both hit the wall. Derek worse off than Chubbs. Oh, that is a shame. That is a shame. But Chubbs makes a mistake. Sorry, Chubbs. He does make a mistake. Keep on him, mate. You'll keep going. Don't overdrive it now. Witchell, 12 seconds now in front. Good lad. Callum has managed to pull a gap to Tom. Now let's look at the lap times. Yep. Tom faster that lap. A 38.6 isn't what he needs. Nearly a second quicker the lap after. Right, Aaron has had a mare somewhere. He's 6.1 seconds now behind Graham. And he's only 2.8 ahead of Simon, who has actually pulled out 7.2 to Panda, who is now being battled with Biggles. So now, did Panda make a mistake, or has Biggles made a mistake? I can't remember who was in front of who. I believe it was Biggles. Oh, well, I'm guessing it's Panda. We'll go with that. SPY now closing in. And the lovely little tic-tac livery he's got there. Part of the Pro-Am series this year. There he is, final lap. We'll stay on board with Witchell as he comes round the last S section. He's got a 12.8 second lead. It's never been in doubt. He's continued his form all season. He's coming now onto the main straight. Fantastic drive from Witchell. This makes it his 3 out of 3 wins for Witchell. Brilliant, dominant as always. Callum will finish in second, 2.1 lead. Tom bottling it at the last minute. Typical bold man. Followed by Pagani, good recovery, 4th place. He won't be happy with the spin, but he can be happy with the recovery. Well done, mate. The Flying Scotsman in 5th. Good drive, very consistent. Graham closing down just at the end. Also leading the Pro-Am here. First Pro-Am car to cross the line is Graham. Aaron will be annoyed at himself for that. Showing good pace. A few mistakes, but there's luckily the second race to go. Simon will finish the lane across the line in 8th. A good finish for him, especially after last week's result. No one likes losing. Biggles, decent drive, few mistakes, but again 9th isn't bad. Followed by Panda, awful mate, awful. Sean in 11th. Lee, Chubbs and Derek will make up the final 3 positions once they cross the line. Paul and Si, you're right, yep, both had very good races, especially after the drama that has happened. A few drivers very unlucky there, but race 1, get your mistakes out of the way and done with, and allow for race 2 to take over. So obviously, if you don't all remember for the sprints, it is the British Touring Car format. So a wheel will be spun, it will land on a number, say it will be 6 like it was yesterday. That will then, the top 6 will be reversed and will be on the medium tyre for the second race, and 7th and below will be on the softs. So in Division 1 this could be key. So this means Witchell will be on the medium tyre, guys. So potentially not a dominant Witchell victory here. What do we all think? Do we all think that Witchell can do it on the mediums, or do we think there's going to be a soft runner that's going to power through? Now, if I'm right, if it was to be 6th, Aaron would be the first soft tyre runner, and it would be, I believe, Graham on pole. Yes, Dane. Yes. As a wise Bob Ross said, yes, absolutely. So, I'm going to look at the results from that. So, as you can see, Graham, fastest out of the Pro-Am cars. They'll be very happy with that, I think. Only a 5-second lead for Witchell at the end. 13.3 maybe. I think he'll be very happy with that, especially being the Pro-Am driver, especially after his race in Watkins Glen, is what I was trying to say. The rest of them, Pagani probably sent it too hard. Yes, I would agree. So, as Aaron is sorting out the top 6, there we go. So, this does mean, I believe, Graham will be on pole on the mediums, which means Aaron is indeed the first soft tyre runner. Jordan, 5 seconds will be the next race on the mediums. There, so only a casual 5-second lead. I'd love to see 5-second gap in GT2, but FIBA doesn't let me do that. So thank you, FIBA. I appreciate you, mate. But at least it's good racing to watch for the viewers, eh? There we go. We've got a 3-minute warning, guys. 3-minute warning. So I'm going to tell you, in this 3 minutes, some interesting facts about the drivers that I haven't definitely made up. Witchell actually gets his pace from just eating raw beans out of a tin. He eats the tin as well, but he eats that after he's eaten the beans. I don't know. Go figure. Biggles bloody love the death chicane, mate. It's okay. Don't worry. We're all here for moral support. This is a safe space. Tactical from Aaron. Potentially. Is there rigging in FTRL? No, because Mikey still doesn't win races. Callum. He's actually related to Callum's corner. His head is less of a tic-tac and more of a fruit pastel, I would say. Tom, well, he's bold, but what you didn't know, guys, is that Tom is actually carved like a Greek god that has been abducted by an alien and put in Area 51. So he's bold, he's chiselled, and he's got a bit of superhuman power. That doesn't apply to his racing. That does, however, only apply to scoring 90th minute winners for Leafield. Pagani, well, he's beautiful, and he actually won Newcastle's best looking man in 1933. Yes, he's a bit old, but reactions like a puma, some would say. Ross is actually, his dad actually used to own Betfair, but got me banned from Betfair because I called Ross a pile of haggis once. Graham actually has an ASMR YouTube channel. Aaron is just a big fan of the Zimbabwe Javelins. They are a javelin throwing team in Zimbabwe in the 2nd division of javelin throwers. Simon is a fan of having one tone of voice at all times. Biggles is a fan of the Death Chicane. He also grew up in Dragon Trail. Panda, Sean and Lee are also in a boy band. If you didn't know that, they're all in a boy band, and it's called Girls Aloud. Derek and Chubbs, well, they're just brilliant people. Chubbs is actually a Gymshark athlete, and Derek actually has a full head of hair. There you go, guys. So tell me, which fact do you like the most, you know? Who is your favourite? Ross with the 39.6, you god-awful racing driver. Tom is still parked up. Lovely stuff. It's exactly what we want to see. Pinocchio and comms tonight? No, unfortunately my nose is the same size as my genitalia. Very small. So it wouldn't be Pinocchio. It's more like Voldemort, if anything. But anyway, motion in the ocean and all that, guys. Well, you know, always be secure with yourself. Okay, so Marley, Dane, Derek, Feber, you're replying a lot in the chat. I'm calling you 4. I want 4 predictions for winners for race 2. Is which are going to run away in the mediums, or are the soft runners going to pile through? Derek, I felt that. I really felt that. I feel for you, mate. But at least you are filling in for your team, mate. So a point's a point. That's one thing you've got to always remember. Oh, Tom has just spun into Callum. Lovely stuff. Ross practicing his launches, is he? It's going well for him. That's not a problem, Pagani. We'll just ignore the fact that the first 3 minutes, 4 minutes of the streams were completely unaudioable because I forgot to turn it on. But that's fine. Pagani, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking up Greek gods. Fat Dane, while you were there, Dane, could you look up the Big Fun hole? I'll type it in chat for you. Right. I want you to just Google that, and that's where Panda goes. This is hard to call. My early prediction, I am going to say that Witcher will take it, and I'm going to say that it will be a Tango Ice Fast on the podium. There you go, you've heard it here first. That's the Pro-Am car of Graham on pole position. Alongside him will be Ross on the second row. Behind him is Pagani and Tom. 5 red lights are out and away they go. Will the 4-wheel drive of that GTR get a better launch? It does look like it has, but he is under threat from the inside and the outside here, Graham. Can he hold on to it? We don't know. There's lots of trouble behind, but it's everyone. Oh, there is a car sideways. There's a lot of smoke, but it is an orange. It is. I do not know who that is. Oh no, it's Ross. What a shame. Graham's hit the ball straight away, which was right behind him. So, Graham leads out of the first sector. Witchell in second, Pagani in third, Tom in fourth, Callum in fifth, Biggles has made his way up to sixth, Derek is in seventh, he's in sixth, Derek is in sixth, go on son, send it son, you hero. Biggles is in seventh, Aaron is in eighth, teammate behind him closely in ninth, and so is a Lee Cole who's going around the outside. He can't park there, Lee. Sean is in 11th, Chubbs in 12th, Blue Flag in 13th, and Ross is at the back in 14th. Let's see what he can do now. Back of the pack on the harder compound of tyre. Right, Graham on the mediums, still ahead of Witchell. It's only a 10th ahead of him. Witchell is right beside him now. This will be good company for the lovely Irishman himself. Let's see, does he get a decent run? Witchell's is smoother, Witchell's is a bit better. Pagani's gone wayward in the background. We'll go on board with Pagani, watching it. It does look like Witchell has just got the toe on him there. He has just got his car in front. Will Graham defend the inside? Witchell swung to the inside. Graham, Mr. Smooth Operator from last race. He's kept it under control, but Witchell's just so smooth on that throttle. The traction he gains is incredible. T. Smith and Pagani, they are alongside each other. As Tom backs out, knowing full well that if he goes too wide into that death chicane, it is awful. But Pagani has hit the wall. Tom's had to let off so he doesn't hit him. He's gone down the inside, he has sent it. Pagani, as we can see, T. Smith there, he's going for a switchback here. Is he going to do it? Tom's lost a bit of traction there. Going on board with Tom. We are going to see a Pagani creep on that left-hand side window now. We are. He is alongside. Tom does have the inside for the first right. Pagani has the inside for the second left. He lets Pagani go. Good racing from these boys. Very smart from the pair of them. However, this battling has allowed Biggles to come right through. He's overtaken Callum. And, oh, there was a Derek there, but we'll ignore that. So this has allowed Biggles back in. Just keep it on the track, son. Keep it calm. Wait for these two to fight, because they will fight. However, this fighting has Biggles, but Biggles has brought a Callum with him. Wanted or unwanted, Callum is now a guest in this four-way party. The awesome foursome. But Callum's also brought... these are just greedy. He's brought Lee along, he's brought Aaron along, he's brought Panda along, he's brought... Oh, it's just a horrible orgy now. It's just disgusting. Alright, we're back on board with these two again. Tom's going around the outside of Pagani here. T. Smith, can he send it? Can he get the grip? Can he get the traction? Going up against a very experienced driver in Pagani. He's gone a bit wayward. That might have just helped him there, because he's still stayed on the power. We'll go on board with Biggles. He's going down the inside of T. Smith here. He should back out of this. He does. Right, do any of them hit the wall here? This is the question. No, they're all through cleanly. Good racing from the three of them. Biggles is close enough for a send now. Does he do it? He doesn't. Tom goes defensive, preemptively judging that move from Biggles, but Biggles hasn't made it. He's played it safe. This has compromised Tom slightly here for Pagani. However, that slipstream is keeping him in touching distance. Which are only 1.8 seconds ahead at the moment, but that's still 1.8 seconds in 3 laps in a GT1 lobby. That's still impressive. Graham keeping a safe distance between him, Pagani, and himself and Witchell as well. Lee's just fading away from this pack as he's got Aaron alongside him. No, Aaron thinks better of it. He knows he's got the safety of his teammate behind him, who's got a slight gap to Sean behind him in SBY. Okie dokie, so here we are. We're on board with Panda now. We'll watch this fight between Aaron and Lee. Lee obviously having a nightmare race in the first race, recovered better than he thought he would have. Panda's now going down the inside. He has jumped his teammate. I think his teammate should let him through here. Aaron does. So now it's Panda's turn. Will Panda be able to charge down Lee Cole? Chubbs is in 10th and SBY is in 9th. The two teammates. It is a Tango Ice Fast and then a Tic Tac sandwich. Aaron goes down the inside on Panda. Obviously team orders there. That was Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber. That would have been completely ignored. Chubbs getting a good run on Sean here. Just give him a little love tap. Like, love you, Sean. There you go. Right. Oh, there's Callum. So Callum's had an off somewhere, he's had a nightmare, but it hasn't allowed a play day for Ross. But I think Ross has obviously had a nightmare somewhere as well, because Ross has had a 140 out of 152 and a 140. 141 for Grace. The 140 is not awful for Ross, but there is drama up ahead. There is an SBY going past a Panda. Well, SBY loves a zoo, but he's seeing the attraction of the Pandas. He's bored, he wants to go on to the next one. Lovely. Great move there from Sean. Then SBY in 8th. 1.3 to Aaron. Let's see if he can charge him down. Aaron lost a slight bit of time with the swapping of places with his teammate. Obviously a bad run out of the corner last time round out of here. Let's see if he can get it a bit smoother this time. We're looking for a very wide entry. Clipping the apex on the inside and then wide and in again. Swinging it in on the power as early as you can. Biggles has had a wobble. This will allow Lee pass, but will it allow Aaron pass? Is there enough tarmac on this long straight for Aaron to slide on pass? We don't know. So it's 4 tenths, it's 3 tenths, it's coming down to 2. Will he be in sending distance? He's lost time on Lee. No, Biggles goes defensive late. Late but legal. But Biggles must have heated up those rear tyres because he's all over the place. He's now got pressure from Aaron. Now this will be sending it into the dash again. I don't think any sending will be happening here. SBY is alongside Panda as well. Panda has got past. He's like, no, you're not done looking at my exhibit of my Pandas. We've got red ones too. Come back and look at them. And he's got past them. Lovely stuff. Aaron with a very smooth run out of there. Lost a bit of traction on the exit. Biggles looking for a run here on Lee Cole. Obviously feels like he's got the overspeed to go past him. Lee's gone defensive for the first corner. Biggles will stay around the outside. No, he won't. Very difficult to go too wide round there. Aaron just holding back a bit. He's giving him a better run through here. Gives Biggles a little bit of a tap saying, hey mate, I love you, I'm here. But get a move on. 3 in front of that are also close. Hasn't managed to get past Pagano, and Lee Cole sort of dropped off the back of them now. This will be a very interesting one. Panda's dropped back from Aaron here. He's now under pressure from Chubbs behind, who has gone past SBY. There is a yellow flag, and that is... oh no. That is a bold man in 11th. Now that is something I did not expect. Whether he's... I imagine he's probably touched the curb on the outside and lost it. Done a Biggles. This has promoted Lee into 4th. Biggles into 5th. And Aaron into 6th. Marley, it's okay. We've got a football game tomorrow potentially. So because of that, he will be starting in centre-back again. And not up front. He'll be punished. Biggles and Aaron both hitting the wall there. Panda as well. Chubb's getting a fantastic run there through that chicane. Panda hitting the wall really hasn't helped him. He's going to go down the inside. Oh dear, SBY's gone very wide there, as has Panda. So that allows Chubbs to get past Panda. Biggles has gone off somewhere as well because he's had a horrible run out of that corner. Chubbs and Panda both looking at him here. Chubbs gives Biggles a little tap there. Sends him narrow into the next corner. My boy with Panda now. Watching this. Panda's going to the outside for the next corner, but Biggles does have the inside, but Panda does have the overspeed here. He is a car's length in front of him. He hasn't been as brave on the brakes as I think he could have been there. Biggles gains the position, but this has drawn SBY back in again. And this has also allowed blue flag to be right on the back of them. Friday night sorted. We love that crew, mate. I see you in every stream as well. It's really nice, so I really do appreciate your support coming in and tuning in. I really appreciate that. Marley, I think that's me, you both. But here we are, we're on board with this little gaggle of cars again. Really interesting race, this second one. Lots of drama all over the track. Oh, SBY's gone down the inside of Panda, but he's broke a bit too late. Panda's then got it. Blue flags, I imagine we'll give Panda a little bit of a shunt here. Yeah, he will. Now, what's Blue Flag going to do here? He's a car's length ahead of Sean. SBY wheels. Oh, it is unsafe release. Hello, sunshine. I didn't want to say that and get it wrong. Simon, he's carried enough overspeed. Oh, he didn't. He chose not to go for the move. He's played it safe. Focus on your exit then. Chubbs and Panda. Panda's had a little bit of a wobble. Hasn't lost too much time though. Gets straight back into the slipstream of Chubbs. He's chasing down Biggles, who has lost the position to Aaron. So Aaron is in 5th now. 2-second gap to Lee. So let's see if he can continue this charge on Lee. Wow. Pagani's had a little bit of a tail happy wild there. Lee's all over the back of him. This is not something I did expect to see. But Pagani, Graham and Witchell on the mediums. Graham only 3 seconds up the road. Jordan, if you're still in the stream, your bet might be on for that 5 seconds. Graham 1.6 to Pagani. Pagani hasn't really caught Graham. The lap times do show that as well. Graham with a 39 flat there on the mediums. That's a really good time. However, there is a leak hole down the inside. The lead soft tyre runner is all over Pagani here. Oh, Pagani's pushing him wide. He doesn't want to give that place up, but this battling is drawing Aaron back in. Right, so this could be a very interesting one to watch. Not even halfway through yet. Lee has made his way, and Aaron, up the field very quickly. Pagani, as we all know, is very, very, very good at defending, much like Simon. Very difficult to get past and very rarely makes a mistake, but that compound tyre difference will really, really benefit them both, Aaron and Lee, when pushing forward. The traction they'll have through the high-speed section, like here, and see how much time Lee does gain, or if it gains any at all. No, there's nothing in it really, so Lee's had a bad run through there in comparison to Pagani. Pagani's just finding some grip on these mediums that he didn't think he had. Graham in second. 4 seconds now, the gap to Witchell. And 1.3 to Pagani, so Pagani is pushing and catching Graham while also keeping Lee at bay. Now if Pagani catches Graham before Lee can overtake Pagani, this will end up into a 4-car battle. Pagani's gone wayward though. That's a poor exit out of there. Lee will get him on the straight here. The dirty air is unreal here. Especially that close, Marley, you are right. Will Pagani send it down the inside? He does. Why didn't Lee defend that? We don't know. Lee looking for the switchback though. Lee's just giving him a little tap for reassurance, like, mate, I'll let you have that. Aaron's got a lot of overspeed though. Wow, look at this. We're 3 wide when surely not into the death chicane. No, they all took behind each other, single file. Well in, but Aaron's got a very good run here. Will he get down the inside? Pagani's blocking the inside from Lee, which has blocked Aaron's pathway. But Aaron's gone down the inside of the both because Pagani's ran wide. He's took Lee off wide with him, and that has allowed Aaron to do a beautiful double overtake there. Just at the end of the death chicane. Wow. And this is what we say, if you just hang back, you're patient, you wait for the mistake, it can always benefit you. So now he's on a charge to catch down Graham, who is 1.9 seconds now, coming into the third and final sector with 10 laps to go. What can Aaron do? Chubbs is now alright on the back on the hunt for Lee Cole in 5th. Simon in 7th. Sorry, we haven't really paid much attention to the back markers, I must say. I do apologise, there is so much drama in this midfield back. Simon 1.7 seconds now. He's had a steady race, an 8th finish last race, sorry. 7th now. He is on the softs though. The lads in front of him, Pagani is the nearest medium tyre runner in front of him. Lee and Chubbs both on the softs as well. SBY behind on the softs too. Marley, we all know you've improved. You're much better now. I wouldn't worry about taking patience. Notes. Just stop sending it into walls and finishing last, and you might have a chance, mate. Love you really, mate. Right, so T. Smith has passed Ross, teammate of last season. Biggles has made a mistake somewhere. Do apologise for missing that. I'm sure Biggles won't mind. Go on board with Callum here. We're watching Ross and Biggles have a fight. Biggles just getting better traction out of that exit of turn 1. He's quite good there. Ross really not caught up back up well, really, after that first mistake. He has got past Callum though. He is now chasing down Biggles, but he has made a horrible error inside the chicane, hitting the wall. He's now braking. Callum's going to go around the outside. Ross will defend the inside. This will allow Biggles to get away. Callum goes past, and then Ross has just let him through there. And we've got Derek, guys. Yes, we love Derek. Bring him in, sign him up, get him in at Leafield. Disappointing from Ross. Ross won't be very happy with that. I don't think his team will either. Be words in the Discord or words in the WhatsApp chat, wherever their group team chat is. There will be words. Tom, I'll rub your bald head better tomorrow, mate. I do apologise. But anyway, back to the battle at hand. Simon has now joined onto the back of the Lee Cole train, the Pagani train. Chubbs is all over the back of him. Aaron has caught Graham. That's a rapid catch of 1.8 seconds. Nearly 2 seconds in a lap there from Aaron. He's all over the back of Graham now. He's got a fantastic run as well. He won't send it into here, but like we said before, it will be patience that pays off for Aaron here. We had a great race last night with a first, a second, a pole and 2 fastest laps for the Tango Ice Flask boys, myself. Let's see what we can do here. Pagani has actually been passed by Lee and Blue Flag. We did see this coming. He's looked a bit shaky the last couple of laps. Let's see if he can get back into his rhythm. Simon has run deep, but there is now a Chubbs behind Pagani, so there's no time to mess around. Sorry, turn to Chris Eubank there. He needs to just get back into it, find his rhythm again. We can see the lap times. He hasn't touched a 38 for a very long time. Chubbs all over the back of him. Bringing SBY, his teammate, back with him. Panda's just a bit slower now, back in 9th. He's now under position 0.5. Leave the bit alone. Love it, Marley. Love it. Oh, right. Aaron has passed Graham. So, now, what we are looking for is this gap between Witchell and Aaron. Right. There are coming on to 7 laps left. That'll be just over a second a lap. Aaron will be very, very happy with that move. The question is, does he have the pace to catch 7.6 seconds on a softer compounder tyre on the reigning GT1 champion in 7 laps? Well, let's find out. Graham's built out a lead now to Lee Cole, so I don't think he'll be under pressure there. I'm sure he'll try and stick in Aaron's toe and be pulled along. Lee has pulled a second and nearly a half to Simon in 5th place. Chubbs has got past Pagani finally. This is about time. Pagani giving him no room to breathe, but also touching the barrier as well. You can't have one or the other. Pagani stop being greedy, which has put him under pressure from SBY. He goes to send it down the inside. He gives him a little dummy. Pagani breaks a bit deeper. Sean will have the better run through here. SBY looking for the good run, looking for the traction. Dips in to just get a bit of toe. Don't think he'll be getting a move done here, but we'll stay on board. Pagani hugging the inside. No one's tried an outside move round into this corner. It's a bit too high speed and not enough track. Downshifting for rotation. Staying in 4th gear. Up the hill. He's in the toe. He's close enough. Does he send it or does he not send it? Softer compounder tyre. He's patient. He waits. Sean the silent killer. Will he be able to do it? Coming into the final sector now. The twisty, tricky part. Not including the chicane. We want to go wide out here, hugging the apex on the inside, and we want to swing it wide and in, clipping the apex, not dipping into the curb. Pagani's looking a bit loose out of there. The opposite of a nun out of that corner. A couple of times this race so far. Hugging that inside more than I hugged my teddy bear when I was scared of the dark. He's going around the outside now. Soft combat tyre. We haven't seen the outside move work yet, but he is looking for a switch back here. Didn't get on the power quick enough, but he has got a better run. We're brave going into the chicane with that. Chubbs is all over the back of Blue Flag here, shaking what Mummy gave him. His cake is shaking. I'd like a piece. Chubbs has hit the wall. Simon will be safe. Oh no, SBY has hit the wall and Panda's hit an SBY. This will allow the big bold bruiser to come through, marauding through like a run for Leafield. He's running in behind the... Oh, it's Tom Smith, last minute. Oh, it's beautiful. You big bold beauty. Love that. You're like a male version of Cinderella, Tom, if you can hear me. Elegant, beautiful, and run like you have one shoe on. Beautiful back of the grid hasn't changed. It is still Derek, Ross and Callum at the back three. Biggles unfortunate to have that mistake early on. He has dropped down to 11th. SPY won't be happy with hitting the death chicane either. He'll be all over the back of Tom now. He's close enough to make a send, but Tom is good on the brakes. Tom will know he's got the pace over Panda, regardless being on that medium tyre. He's a very arrogant man. But he backs it up with proof. But SPY isn't giving this position up with T. Smith. T. Smith goes slightly defensive, compromises his entry speed, swings it back in. Does have a bit of a wiggle. This GTR looks a lot cleaner through the final sector. Potentially the drivetrain difference there in the two cars. The gap up front has gained, not from Aaron's side, but from Witchell's side. Honestly, unsafe. I don't think he has lost his mojo. I just think he's honestly, I just think the pace from Witchell is just so ridiculous now. It doesn't make it worse that he has made a mistake and he is on a harder compounder tyre. So it is understandable that he's not at the front. But Witchell he's incredible. SPY down the inside of Panda here. Tom will look to follow him through. He has tapped Panda wide. He has stopped to let him through. Realised his mistake. Some of those GT3 boys, I think, can take note there of that one. Harry, Jordan, Owen. Stay on board with Tom here. Watching this fight unfold. Panda's all over the back of SPY. Both on the soft tyre, so they're both equal there. It's just about raw pace now. Okay, Jordan, I'm here for you, mate. Whenever you need to talk, for a safe space here at FTRL. Panda not looking down the inside, but looking for a switchback. SPY goes a bit deep into the corner, going onto the off-camber part of the curb. It's Tom Smith's all over the back of him, giving Panda a little bit of a nudge there, giving a bit of a speed boost. A Mario Kart bullet build, but a BTEC Air and Beauty version. There we go. Out of the final corner they go. Panda and Tom both getting a bit twitchy here, but they both somehow managed to get a good run. Tom will tuck into Panda's slipstream. Both challenging SPY. Again, like I said before, we haven't seen an outside move work on this first turn, but they have tracked Biggles back into this. Biggles has sent it down the inside of Tom. What a move from Biggles. Wow, from out of nowhere, the Randy Orton of FTRL has just made a move down the inside of T. Smith. Tom won't be happy with that. This will be a rematch of Sardenga B. Can Tom bring down Biggles? Seems to be his arch nemesis at the moment with how he's racing. Tom's hitting the wall again. He is indeed. Let's see where these guys can come out. They're all taking different lines here. Tom's looking for a wider entrance to swing it back in. Seeing why he's getting a better run, but the slipstream is helping Biggles here. He's tucked behind Panda, who's right over the back of SPY. Now, SPY normally a calm head, seems to be a bit under pressure here, panicking a little. Will Panda send it? This is the question. Doesn't look like it, but Biggles, the Randy Orton has done it again. Oh, but he's touched the gravel, and in fact he's just let Tom pass both of them. Unfortunate from Biggles. Not his fault for Panda. He's looking to overdrive himself there. Just a bit furious inside that cockpit of Panda. I won't be very happy with that. Nothing Biggles could have done. It was a good move. He's just touched a bit wide. He's touched the gravel, slowed him down. So now it's Tom's turn to have a go at SPY. Can Tom make the move done? Was in 12th at one point in this race, T. Smith. So let's see if he can take SPY. 3 laps to go, 4 laps to go. 3? 3. Maths, I got maths. He's 1.1 behind Graham. He'll be much happier with this race in comparison to the first. see that Tango Ice Blast car. Yeah, 9.8 seconds the gap between Witchell and Aaron. I mean, look at Witchell's times, guys. 38.1, 38.1, 38.1, 38.1. These are times that people were doing on the soft tyres in the first race. You know, his pole was a 36.9, so he's only 1.1 seconds slower on the mediums in a race pace than his quali time. So that just says it all. Chubbs with the fastest lap though. We'll jump on board with Chubbs. We haven't given him much love today. He had a bit of a spin, which I caught on camera. Sorry, mate. In race 1, but he is all over the back of Lee. Now, 7/10, he's in the slipstream. I say all over the back, he's not. But he is in slipstream range, and Lee has had a poor run out of that corner, but Lee is closing on Graham as well. So if Lee can continue to do that, and Chubbs and Lee do not fight, this will be an interesting end to the race. You see, Simon's not too far behind as well, 1.6 seconds too. Milani, disappointing for him in both races. Still got a 4th. I think he just got swallowed by the soft tyre runners around him. Couldn't really do much. But his teammate is in front of him at least. Now the Tic Tac boys of SBY is still holding off the 10 times FTRL GT champion T. Smith. 10 times in a row. It's probably more than that. We don't really know. Biggles is here as well. Hasn't managed to shake a Biggles, but hitting the wall like that isn't going to help him either. This is bringing Callum. He's finally found some friends in this race after being at the back of the grid, finding himself at the back of the pack, unlike Callum. But he is there. Ross, he's probably taking his time to put 50 quid on the roulette. And Derry, what a hero he's having. He's having a great day. But you know what? He's a hero. He's a hero in all of our eyes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got that right, Marley. I believe he was 10 times in a row. I believe he won the championship. And they used to do different cars. Tom was in the Lamborghini, Group 3. Very heavy car. Very fast car, though. I tried to hinder him as much as you can, but his big, bold, streamlined head helped. 3.9 the gap between Aaron and Graham, which is now the gap between Graham and Lee has shrunk. And the gap between Lee and Chubbs is still the same. Simon closing in as well. 4/10 on that lap of Simon to Chubbs. So I think this will be the fight that we stay on board with, as that is a Lee Cole going for a move down the inside of Graham. Not getting the run that he wanted. Hasn't compromised himself too much. We know that we can't overtake him to the death chicane, or you will cause ultimate death for everyone and everyone around you. So we'll jump on board here. Simon's just a bit back from this pack. Pagani's safe from SBY behind him. T. Smith looking down the inside of the dash again, as I just say he isn't. He's hoping for SBY to hit the wall, which he does, but Tom hits it as well. SBY safe again. Defending really well here from Tom, just can't find a way past. Difficult to overtake in this middle sector. Final sector as well. If you're going to do it, it needs to be into the final turn. Sorry, the first turn. Or the final couple of turns. I think you're right, I think Chubbs does smell third. He's faster than Lee per lap. He's looking racy, he's sending it down the inside. Lee giving him a squeeze on the inside, but he is through, he is past. Marley's prediction is right, Chubbs is smelling third. Like a dog smells horse shit. He's all over it like a rash. And look at that, within a corner or so, Chubbs is already 3/10. Right behind Graham. He's had a poor exit, but he'll be in the slipstream. Graham again, another fantastic drive, leading that program. He hasn't let those medium tyres slow him down. Let's see if he can keep Chubbs behind him. We're on to the final lap now. Lee's dropped off a bit. Second now, Simon's gained 2/10 from that move. There's a huge race going on here between Panda, SBY and T. Smith. Panda's got the inside line. We know the outside doesn't work into turn 1. What is going to happen? Is Panda going to send it? Panda is going to send it. He's broke deep, but he has got the move done. He has made the double overtake move. It worked. Panda is up into 8th, but can he hold on? He's got the rest of the lap to go. T. Smith is in front of SBY going into the dash chicane. SBY does back out, which leaves T. Smith to go all over the back of Panda. Can Panda defend from the 10th? Tom's at the wall. T. Smith is at the wall. SBY goes past. Biggles goes past. Callum will go past as well. Oh dear. and safe. You are right. He's lost his mojo. What has happened there? Oh, but Biggles has gone deep as well. Panda's going wide. Oh, it's all happening. It's all happening. Oh, my God. Oh, somebody call me a doctor. Being fat and having high blood pressure as it is, it's not going to be good watching this racing, I'm telling you that now. We'll quickly scroll up to the front, see what's going on here. Chubbs hasn't got past Graham, but he has got to run on the inside, but Graham defends well. We'll stay on board for this and we'll switch back. Witchell's going to cross the line to win the back-to-back. That's 4 out of 4 for Witchell. A fantastic race for him. A fantastic week to Sneak Energy. Aaron's going to take home P2 from P7. That's a fantastic drive for him. What a night for him. Really good recovery from his early start to the season, not being very well. Chubbs has passed Graham. We've missed it, but Chubbs has passed Graham on the last corner. It could have been a switchback. It could have been raw pace, but Captain Chubbs takes third for Tic Tacs. Lee will finish in fourth. Simon, blue flag, in fifth. Graham drops all the way down to sixth. There might have been a mistake for Graham, or potentially a penalty. Pagani comes home in seventh. He'll be disappointed with that. Panda keeps eighth place, safe from SBY. The double overtake into the first corner on lap 19 sees him in 8th. SBY defended brilliantly against T. Smith, but that move from Panda just too much for him to deal with. Biggles, hit and miss, a bit inconsistent, but shows some real pace. 37.7 on the soft tyres. Really should be proud of himself today. There's still points there. Tom, disappointing from him. I'm going to be dropping him to centre back. And I think the rest of the grid was as follows, as we see the very familiar back of Witchell's race jersey. So, yeah, T. Smith was in 11th. Callum did get past him, but I think Tom might have overtaken him there at the end to secure 11th place, doing his best Mikey impression there. Derek didn't come last. Mikey will be very happy with that as a GT2 fan himself. Derek came 13th. Ross having a nightmare of a race in race 2, finishing in 14th last position, 52 seconds behind Witchell. So there we have it, guys. They are the results. Fantastic drive from all of the drivers today. Some good racing all the way around. Do appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to my brummy voice for, God, what's it, an hour or so. So I really appreciate that, guys, for being patient and showing all the love in the chat. Please like the stream if you can before you leave. Share it to your friends, your family. Just get them to watch it. Listen to this absolute tit of himself talk. But yes, thank you yet again. I have been Oven. I'm hopefully going to be doing more commentary for you all. I hope you've enjoyed it. And that is goodbye.